Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. I have a question for you today. What do you think it means to humble yourself? We read in 1 Peter 5 that we are to clothe ourselves with humility and humble ourselves. Years ago, when I read that passage, I thought, what does that look like in my life? So I prayed about it and asked God to show me what I could do to humble myself. Believe me, if you pray that prayer, He will give you some suggestions. Here are some things you can do to humble yourself. First, we can learn to be better listeners and truly care about what other people have to say. James says we are to be quick to listen, right, and slow to speak, and that would surely be a good way to humble yourself. Secondly, we can make a list of the areas in our lives that need some work, and just ask God to help us make the needed changes. I always need to be more patient, and I humble myself when I pray and ask God to continue to show me how to be more patient with other people. A third way to humble yourself is just don't talk about yourself so much, even when you have an opportunity. Just ask other people about themselves. And fourth, we can humble ourselves by asking others to give us input that would help us improve. Just actually solicit some constructive criticism. And then a person who is truly humble is a person who is teachable. A humble person knows that they don't know it all and they can learn a lot from other people and they're willing to learn. But let's talk about what humility is not. It's not becoming a doormat for others. It's not refusing to take a compliment. It is not bad mouthing yourself. That's false humility. But true humility is a servant attitude, a recognition of how indebted you are to the grace of God, and a knowledge that anything you do and anything you have is a gift from God. So there's no room for pride there. Humility and success are not exclusives. In fact, true humility will improve your relationships, and people will want to work with you and for you much more. Humility is not self hating or depreciation, it is self forgetfulness and being truly other centered instead of self centered. One of the best gifts you can give yourself is to simply forget yourself. There is great joy in self forgetfulness. So I encourage you today to ask God to show you how to humble yourself because that's the way of Jesus. I hope you have a great Monday and a wonderful week.